What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Way of the Gym podcast. This podcast is it's going to be a great podcast today. I'm joined here by one of the best powerlifters in the nation, Jay Wozniak. How's it going, Jay?
Absolutely fantastic, JT. How about yourself?
I'm fucking fiending for this podcast. I've been wanting to do it all
Love
week.
to,
I'm
love
so
to hear
excited to
that.
be here with you guys. But I'm also joined here by Mr. Jonathan Paul Hamas. How are we?
Doing pretty good.
We're doing
Not too
pretty good. That's
shabby.
good. That's good to hear. That's good. And we also have a special guest. Not really special. Maybe special needs. But we're joined here by my cousin, Max. How's it going, Max? How are we?
Chilling. How about yourself?
Absolutely fantastic. As I said, I'm super excited. We got a lot of topics here today. We got a fire tier list coming in. Paulie and Jay don't know what the tier list is, but it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. One in the record books. But how was your week, boys? How was your week? Let's just start off with some small talk here. Jay, saw you were lifting. Some big lifts this week, huh?
Yeah, hit a plateau for about 2 months. Just been training really poorly, doing really bad, but came back and almost hit a 605-pound deadlift, which ties state record, which
There
I
you go.
have.
There you go.
We're looking forward to that. Squat hit 495 for depth, which was haven't done in about a month and a half.
I saw
I just
that. That was
competed.
impressive.
Yeah, I just competed about 2 months, or not 2 months, 2 weeks ago. So still feel kind of like shit from that. But getting back into the groove of things, I've got about I think 15 weeks until my next competition. So plenty of time. Just got to lose the weight.
All right, that's good to hear. I did see your lifts; they were actually very good. And obviously, like the plateaus are the worst, but you bounce back like you always did. Let's go to Paulie. Paulie, how you been this week?
It's been pretty tiring, Work's got me all over the
Yeah.
place. I've had to cover for a lot of people, so it's a lot more hours, but still finding time to go and lift and then have some fun with everybody at the same time.
See that's the hard balance, like with everything, you know. Like as a person of like many hobbies, like balancing hobbies, work, and like also spending time with like friends and like having free time is like the hardest thing I've had to deal with in a long, long time. Like
Heard that.
I'm struggling. Like now work has got me. I'm working 6 days a week next week, and at different times. Like there's no set schedule, so my lifting and sleep schedule is gonna be off. But then I also want to have like free time to like go hang out with the UGA and also like watch Naruto. I started Naruto last night.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh,
Let's
I
go.
started. I started. So yeah. But
Love that.
somebody that's very good at balancing shit is Max. I noticed that you're very good. You're very organized, I would say, like with everything, you know. Correct me if I'm
A
wrong,
little
but
bit. Well, yeah. I mean, I do my best
yeah.
for sure.
And what's new with you?
Absolutely.
Um, you got a new job coming
Uh,
in. You've been working a lot, making a lot of
yeah,
money.
yeah, absolutely. Came back from vacation. Had to go right back into the swing of things. So basically, Monday through Wednesday, I'm basically studying for my Series 65 exam, which is the last one I need to be fully licensed to become a financial advisor.
There you go.
And then I got work at my restaurant Thursday to Sunday. And I guess yesterday I was told I'm going to get promoted to being a server, so make a little more money, and then I'm going to use that as a way to get some clients for my other job. So I'm excited for that.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So let's start swinging into things. To go back to records, Jay, you were talking about state records. There was a powerlifting meet this weekend that was huge in New Hampshire.
Yes.
Big,
Very, very
big fucking plays coming out of the people I know. At least I follow at least 5 people that go to Free State Barbell where the powerlifting meet took place, and it was crazy. Like, and the thing is, like half the people like there didn't even like. I've seen them hit more weight. Like it felt like they didn't really put like full gas into it. You know. Like,
Yeah.
Shannon, like she like destroyed. She destroyed her squats. Like I saw her
Yeah.
squats, they were
All
destroyed.
3 of her lifts pretty much look really easy.
Yeah, and she didn't struggle. Like she didn't like struggle at all, which I was like super surprised. She went in and killed it. Um, she's lifting more than me.
From what
She's
I've been told, she beat her. She PR'd for her total as well at that meet too. So
I wish I had videos that we could like display and like show, but it was New Hampshire was crazy for powerlifting. Also Connor Feathers. Right?
yeah, beat 4 national records, squat, bench, deadlift, and total.
In his weight class.
Yeah, I finished with a 1660 total at 180 body weight. So
Yeah.
Wow.
Who was I talking to that like I looked at him and I like followed him and I was like, "Oh shit, I have seen this kid around in Fit Lab before." And like I don't know who I was talking to, but like we were talking and if it's one of you, let me know. We were talking and I was like, "Dude, is that guy natural?" And um they were like, "Yeah, he's 100% natural." Because they went up to him. I don't know if it might have been Josh. He went up to him, and he was like, "Yo, are you?" Or was it Steve? Was it Steven?
that was me. I told you about that.
Okay,
Our buddy Steven Licata went up to him and asked him, "Oh, you're like pretty strong. Do you compete?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I compete in USPA." And USPA has both untested and tested competitions. So our buddy just assumed that he was like an untested power lifter. And then he goes, "Oh yeah, I do USPA too. I'll be competing in like 2 weeks at Free State Barbell." And he goes, "Oh no way, I'll be competing there too." And then that's when he realized that was a drug tested meet, and this kid was natural and one of the best in the country.
Absolutely
Wow.
insane. I went back and I looked at his lifts. Like he is pulling serious fucking weight. And how much he's weighing? He's not weighing a lot.
He's 180 pounds.
180 pounds. And what'd you say? His total 14 something?
1660.
16 fucking dude. That's a fuck ton of weight. That is a lot of
Yeah.
weight. But that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Crazy coming in. New Hampshire's representing. Putting New Hampshire on the map for something, at least. Because we suck at sports, but we're nuts at lifting. So
What is there
yeah,
in New Hampshire?
we have nothing. We have
good ski.
we have good skiing. We have
No sales tax.
no sales tax. We have the highest alcohol consumption per capita. We have
Let's
the
go.
best. New Hampshire has the
Doesn't
best
matter.
air quality, the second lowest crime,
Highest in opioid addiction.
highest in opioid addiction.
Damn, we're
Yeah, but we also have one of the lowest DUI rates in the country, but the highest alcohol consumption.
Hey,
Funny you
they
should
just
say that.
I
They
think
can't catch
either
them.
our cops don't fucking care, or it's super easy to get like drive drunk in New Hampshire. Don't do either. I do not condone drinking underage or drinking behind the wheel of an automobile. But yeah,
Couple weeks late.
yeah.
kind of a bar. Yeah. That's,
There's
oh,
some,
jeez.
oh, yikes. Yeah, so it's really important not to drink and drive because we know people that have gotten DUIs and it's not a fun time. We might
Not worth
we
it.
should get that person on the podcast
We should. That would
and
be
talk
great.
about his night.
Eventually.
Eventually get him on
Yeah.
the podcast because
Little
he works at a
play-by-play
gym.
story.
He works at a gym, so
Awesome.
he works at a gym. He does the graveyard shift at the gym. So
I mean, you could ask him for the story. I just don't think he'd remember it.
But yeah, so Paulie, let's go into your topics. You had a few topics. You told me. I forgot once again. Let's start us off with the first topic, and you take us away of like what you think about it.
I think I'll start with the easiest one that I think, in my opinion, seeing as how we are all gentlemen here and all go to the gym. How do we feel about approaching girls in the gym?
Can I start us off here?
Yeah, go ahead.
So when it comes to me, I'm an absolute complete pussy, dude. My self-confidence is super fucking low. I'm frequently like new to the gym, but the thing is, what I put in my mind, like approaching people, like we all go to the gym for different reasons. Like some of them do go to pick up girls and like look huge. But the thing is, I'm compared to the people that we go to the gym with, I'm fucking tiny. Like even though I've became like a lot more cut and a lot more like big, like I'm still small compared to everyone in there. So like why I'm thinking in my head, why would a girl wanna like talk to me when I'm fucking tiny and like you got Jay fucking Wozniak picking up 8 plates on deadlift. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like it's not really like my vibe. Granted, there's a fraction of the people that do go to our gym are female. I don't see a lot compared to big juiced muscle heads. So yeah, I just don't do it because we all go to the gym for our own reasons. Why would I bother them? Like they're there for their own reason, whether it's to pick up guys or whatever. Like them fighting their own problems. Like I go for my own problems. We all fight our demons there, right? So
They're basically just there to do the squats and the fucking legs, and that's it.
that's one
And
thing.
her abs too. Sorry.
I rarely see women doing more than doing legs. Anytime I've been to the gym, it's been some form of legs.
There's always that rare one out.
Yeah,
That's
like
doing
I did go to
doing a
Merrimack
chest
the other
day or
day, and this
something.
chick was doing arms, and like she was doing like press flies, so like press then like all the way out with like 25s, which like that's the weight I do for those. So I was like, damn, fucking who fucking hurt you? Um, but yeah, so Jay, what are you thinking about it? Cause like I know you, and I think we all know you. So what is your take on that?
Um, I mean, for me personally, if I see somebody that I find attractive at the gym, I'll just go talk to them. Because like if you see like if I see somebody like on the street, I'm much more hesitant. But when I'm in the gym, that's like my place. That's like where I do what I do. It's what I love. So I mean, if you're there, like, because especially for me, I work 10-hour shifts, so I wake up at 4 in the morning, get to the gym at 5 in the afternoon, and I'm there till close at 8. I get home and I go to sleep. Right, get home, do this podcast, go to sleep. So if I like if there's a girl at the gym, that's where I spend my time. If that's where you spend your time, then there you go. We already got one thing in common. So I don't really find it like I kind of find it for me personally, like if I see somebody at the gym that I find attractive, I'm just gonna go talk to them. And like I've had before, I've talked to people in the gym and just don't talk to them anymore. And like when people go to the gym and people there's a lot of times you go to the gym throughout the day.
Yeah.
So most of the time you'll see somebody like we've seen people there
Yeah.
like girls you find attractive, and like you'll go for the next 3 weeks and never see them again.
Yeah.
So like, first off, like if I see somebody like in the gym that I find attractive, not only am I gonna go up and talk to them, like I'm gonna do it then, like I'm gonna do it now, because who knows, they could be doing their last set, they're about to leave, right? So
Yeah.
for me
Exactly.
personally, I just kind of full send, don't look back. But if you get rejected, you're gonna have a good workout. So
Hey, see there you find a positive.
I
and a
would
negative.
assume I would assume you'd have a good workout.
Oh, okay, Jay. All right, dude. But yeah, a part of me agrees with that. You know, like you already have something in common, right? It doesn't hurt. Like it's not like you're coming off as like fucking super like creepy or anything. Like you both have something in common. Why not? And you never know like when you're ever gonna see them again, right? So mine as well. I do understand that. Let's go. Max, do you want your like 2 cents on this? Cause you're in Tampa, so it's a whole different environment down there.
Yeah,
You know.
sure. I mean, I do have a girlfriend, but when I was going to the gym and I was single, I mean, I'm usually just like very focused on what I'm doing, like tight schedule. So I'm usually, in and out.
Yeah.
I usually limit my gym to about like an hour, basically. I don't know. I just have this. There's like I think that a lot of girls just don't really want to talk to guys at the gym. They're there for what they're trying to do in the fitness community. I'm there to do what I want to do. Like on what Jay said, if you are gonna do it, like just go up, say something, right? You never know what's gonna happen. Um, but for me, I usually just stick to what I'm doing, then get out of there. And Tampa's a good place to meet people other ways. So just kind of stick to myself.
Yeah, on that point, I feel like that's like kind of why I obviously like notice more people at the gym, because like being a power lifter, like I'm there for 3-4 hours a day. So like
Exactly.
I do my warm up and I like do a deadlift, and then I got about 5 to 10 minutes before I do my next deadlift. So I'm walking around the gym, I'm talking to JT, talking to Paulie, looking at other people, watching other dudes, seeing what they're lifting, and then like I notice pretty much every single person that walks in the gym at that point. So I'm either sitting around my phone or sitting around watching people, seeing what they're doing, talking to the boys and stuff. So pretty observant at the gym. I got a lot of free time where most people aren't powerlifting, not training for strength. They don't need 10 minutes between every single set, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Most people
Yeah.
kind of go in, do their thing, get out. But for me, like doing my thing is like I need 5 to 10 minutes of rest every time I do a lift. So
yeah. And to your point too, like you're saying, that's where you spend most of your time, right? Like you come off your shift, you go there. Like in that sense, I completely understand. Like why not go to somebody, right, that has similar mindset to you in trying to be better, in their fitness. So I completely agree on that sense.
Paulie, you have the last remarks on this. Then I'm gonna say something, and we can move on to the next topic. But what do you think?
I mean, I do agree with a lot of the stuff that's already been said. So I mean, it's probably just going to be repeated, but I mean, it's kind of hard sometimes going up to a girl if you think she's attractive, because like obviously like, you don't want to be rejected by somebody who you find attractive and like has like stuff in common with you. But like honestly, if you just go out and send it, like there's like you see them at the gym, like you're not going to see them anywhere else. Like it's not that big of a deal.
Absolutely.
I kind of feel like this would be, and also like if we ever do get a female on this podcast that is single, I would like to get like their point of view of the gym. I feel like of course, like we got like the whole entire kind of like the guy side of approaching a girl, but I want to see the other side of the table. You know, it could be anyone. And I just want to see their opinions and their point of view of like being a female, like lifting in a gym full of bunch of testosterone filled men. Like, I don't know. I feel like it'd be interesting to see their point of view. But
yeah, absolutely.
Paulie, what else we got today?
We can go with types of body shaming and like what we like actually consider body shaming versus like I don't really know.
I think I have a good one for this, and disagree. You can disagree with me what you want, but body shaming I feel is shaming something for something they can't change. You know, like when the biggest thing I see that is with men and females is women make fun of men for their height and shit like that. Coming from me, I don't know, Max. You can jump in on this.
You think
but
so, JT?
Oh yeah.
that and dick
absolutely.
size. I feel like those two things women go at men for like a ton.
I don't feel like dick size is like is bigger than like height though. Like
no, height is
like
the big thing.
Strings.
Yeah.
But then when guys like go at women for their weight, something they can control, like it's a big thing. Granted, it might be a whole like most people don't know other people's situations. Like you could have obesity runs in your family. Like you don't have the time to like hit the gym or like get fit, and you're working like a 9 to 5 job and coming home to a family that treats you like shit. Like I don't know your situation. But the thing is, like, if you would have to find time to change your lifestyle, to become fit,
Sometimes that's what you got to do, though.
Jade, you wanna take this away, and I wanna get your thoughts real quick.
I'll try and make it real quick, but I don't know. I mean, I
Take your
think that's
time.
the
You
thing.
don't
Like,
need to.
a lot of like gym intimidation, where like you go into the gym and like you think like everybody there's judging you. Like majority of the time, like nobody's judging you. Like, if I see somebody at the gym, the only thing like I'll judge is like their form. Like never
Yeah.
somebody's like physique or like anything like that. But like first of all, like the majority of the time when I'm at the gym, I'm not looking at like the overweight person. Like if I see an overweight person at the gym, that's where you should be. Like it's inspirational. Like I'm proud of you. Good for you. And like if you're like new to the gym, if you're overweight, you're really skinny, don't feel like bad about going like and asking somebody for help. Like especially one of like the bigger people, because like if you see like me at the gym, like I go there all the time and I love it. So like when JT first got into lifting, like I loved teaching him. So like the majority of the people there that like are there all the time love it and would love to help somebody else get into it. So like people always think like people are judging them. Like nobody's
Yeah.
judging you. The majority of the time, if somebody who goes to the gym a lot, they're not judging the people that don't go. They're looking at the people that are better than them and judging themselves. Like
Yeah.
very rarely, like in to be honest, like there obviously will be some people that like are at the gym and judge the people that are like weaker or all that stuff. But like those people just like shouldn't be at the gym. Like they're just there for the wrong reason. They probably won't last too long, right? So I mean, you just got that's the other thing. You just get like a good group of people to go with, right? Like I know JT, you were kind of like nervous about getting into the gym for the first time.
Yeah.
And then when we went, we have a good group of like six. We had like 5, 6, 7
Yeah.
people at that one point in Merrimack,
Mhm.
and you just kind of build off of it.
Yeah.
And now you're going by yourself every single day, even if we can't meet you there.
Exactly, and that's like the big thing too. Like now that I even Nashua and now like we went to Merrimack first for we only went to Nashua's on Saturdays and we fully went to Merrimack, but or fully went to Nashua. We went to Merrimack most of the time. The thing is like I know everyone at Merrimack, so even when like days like where I know I'm gonna be by myself, I end up going to Merrimack to do bench because it's not like awkward to like go and ask somebody for a spot. And I also like record my lifts because I want to see like the progression and see what I can do better, you know. Sometimes I do switch it up, but even when I do not go with you guys and I go to Nashua, like I know people there now because I've had conversations. I've talked to people there. And it's more like a community now. Like I'm part of that community, and I see the regulars at the same time every day, you know, that are grinding and stuff like that. But when it was like my first time, like going to Nashua by myself and not knowing anyone, I was just like, dude, what the fuck am I doing? I don't know what workouts to do, cause you're not there. I can't ask you because you're working a 9 to 5, right, or 4 to whatever. Paulie's not there. He's working. Nobody's there. So I was just like, hey, I'm just gonna go up to this guy. This guy was wicked, wicked huge, and I was like, hey man, I'm struggling here. I don't know what to do. I need a buy workout. Do you have anything? And he turned me on to 3 buy workouts, and he was there next to me like the whole time, like saying, you got it. Like he pushed me because he knew. You can tell I'm like newer to the gym and I'm not as big. And this was like 2 months ago, right? So, it was just cool like that he helped me. And that like I go to any gym now and it's the same thing, especially Merrimack. You know, I know at any time I go in there and I know someone. Same with Nashua. It's like once you go over and over again, you'll find the same people and stuff like that, and it gets repetitive. But yeah. So
Something I kind of want to add to like what we were talking about at the beginning. I kind of forgot.
Sure.
About
Go
it,
back, but no, let's double back.
I know like this is something like probably you guys see too, but I know especially Josh and I know this because like we were like at first just on like that bodybuilding type grind and like the aesthetics version of everything,
Yeah.
and like the body dysmorphia is something that kills guys.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
especially like they're like it destroys their confidence because like when you're in the gym and you have a pump, like your body's jacked up, like you like
Yeah.
look big and like everything, but when you get home and like you go to like your home mirror, like that's pump is gone, and you can see like all the flaws and like what part of your body is bigger and what's not, and that kind of just like breaks you down a little bit. Like, but I mean, at the same time, it still wants to make you, grind harder in the gym
Yeah.
too. But
Personally, like, I don't know, like, I haven't really noticed body dysmorphia. Well, that other than my forearms, I got like super, like, I came home today and I do my normal thing. I just go in the shower, and like as I'm going in the shower, I'm like looking at my arms. I've had super skinny arms my whole life. One of my big like self-conscious like areas is my forearms. And I was talking to Josh about this today. I was like, "Hey man, like your forearms are like the size of my biceps, man. Like what, like how do I do forearms? Like what do I do?" And he was like, "Dude, like you don't really have to worry. Like stop stressing. Like I get it. You think they're small, like they're fine. Um, you get them over time, because like when you're training buys, he was like, when you're training buys, like you're using your forearm as well. Like it doesn't look like they're getting bigger, but they are, and I noticed they've gotten bigger." And he was like, I thought that was fucking great. But then I got home and I was like, dude, they're fucking small, you know? But I don't really notice it that much. Granted, didn't really have much muscle in the first place. The only thing I see is like bigger now, you know what I mean? Like anything I look at myself, and I look back and I just like see bigger. So I'm not at the point where like I'm noticing body dysmorphia, but I don't know.
That's
Maybe
the
I'll
thing
notice
too.
it.
That's the thing too is when you're working out, especially for like bodybuilding and you're natural. The average like male for like their first year of lifting, if you lift like this is like perfect diet, like all that, like perfect diet, perfect training, perfect sleep and recovery. You're looking at gaining like basically what happens is the muscle fibers will tear. Protein synthesis occurs. You're going to build that muscle back up a little bit stronger, a little bit bigger, right? So when you're training for bodybuilding, you're looking at every day you go to the gym, you're looking at about like 10 to 14 grams of muscle being added a day. So that's going to turn out to about like a pound every like 36 days ish. And that's like with really good training. So when you think about that, that's 10 pounds a year. Think about how big your body is for an entire year, 365 days for 10 pounds. And that's like peak. After that, year two, you're looking at maybe getting like 6 to 8 pounds of muscle. After that, you no more than six, then 4, 3, and then you're getting like 2 to 3 pounds a year in muscle. So especially like on like a bigger frame, like obviously JT, you're not the tallest person like in this call, but I mean like even still, right? Like if you're looking at 10 to 14 grams like a day, like you're not going to notice like anything like progressing, especially such a small muscle like a forearm compared to a quad or like even your abdominals. You're doing deadlifts and squats, you're stabilizing, everything's tight. Your biceps and triceps alone, right? You think just the arm, your forearm's such a small part of your arm already.
Yeah.
And then think about that compared to your entire body. What are you getting? Maybe a gram of like a gram a day going to your forearms every time you train them. So that's like you're getting a pound of muscle in your forearms maybe every year if you're lucky for your first year. So it's just one of those muscles where like you can try and like spot train it by doing like curls and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's just a long process, especially for being natural. And it's just kind of like when yeah, obviously when you're pumped at the gym, you look bigger, you feel bigger, you are bigger, and you just kind of like as soon as you go home, you're gonna lose that. But I mean, that's why you go every single day. You're always chasing to look not pumped as you did pumped the day before. So I mean, it's just a really long process. You gotta obviously we're all kind of self-conscious where we are. Like even if I want to lift heavier weights, somebody Josh wants to be more cut, be bigger, right? Like no matter what it is, like that's how I messed up dieting my first time. I just crash dieted and it ended up screwing my metabolism and just gotta take it slow. You gotta trust the process and like you just gotta love what you're doing. Cause like if you're doing like if you're powerlifting or you're bodybuilding for like the wrong reason, one, you're not gonna have the motivation to be good at it. And two, you're gonna not have like the discipline to do what you have to do every single day. You're not gonna get cut, you're not gonna get big in a day. It's gonna take you 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 years to get to where you want to be. So you just kind of gotta love the process, and we're all really here doing the process because, oh, like we're fighting our own battles.
Yeah.
We're doing all this. We want to look a certain way, but it's really got to come down to you. You can't do it for anybody else. So.
And that brings me to a topic that I was thinking about today. So at the gym, I was watching this guy. He was doing shoulder press, dumbbell shoulder press, and he went over to like the 80 pounds, and he's probably like, I would say like Pauly size, right? 80 pounds shoulder press, and like I look over and he's like struggling. Like he did it for 3, then on his third one he just dropped it, and I was just like, isn't that like technically ego lifting? Granted, it's kind of ironic that I'm shitting on ego lifting and I'm guilty of doing it. You know, like I'm very guilty. Like today I was guilty of doing it, but that brings me to experience, Jay. Like what ego lifting can do. Like fast progress, is a great thing, but it also is a huge detriment, which I've noticed for myself, and what I like notice in general. You know, like to go over my progress in the past, not even 6 months, I went from barely being able to bench 95 pounds. I'm benching 145 now. I'm squat. I couldn't even squat 135. I'm squatting 265, not with the greatest depth, but 265. Then deadlift, I hit 405. And today I tried going for 405. I hit it last week with ease, like with little, and today I couldn't even get it off the ground. And I was super fucking pissed. I was like super pissed because I took an extra day, and stuff like that. But I just noticed myself after I hit 385 and it was like a struggle, that at that point I was ego lifting, and like my back got super sore after my attempt on 405, and I just stopped after that. I went to the back machine and stuff, but I just noticed that it's affected my ego. Like I think I'm the coolest fucking kid ever now, that I can deadlift fucking this much weight and I can squat this much weight, and I'm weighing like 127 fucking pounds, you know? And it just was kind of like a self-check, like seeing this kid shoulder press like 80 pounds, where obviously you could tell he shouldn't be doing that weight, right? But yeah, Jay, what's your opinion on that, and like how to like get your mindset around not ego lifting and like doing the process? Like what is your way to do that?
So I mean, first of all, with ego lifting is you have to make sure you have perfect form. So whether that's getting a coach or just having somebody like teach you, you gotta perfect the form. Because when I was younger, like you guys know, I don't know if you know this, Max, but when I was I think it was 17, I was just getting into powerlifting. I do it about 6 months now, and I actually did my first 405-pound deadlift with the worst sumo deadlift form you've ever seen in a YMCA. And I ended up breaking my lumbar spine and my right knee in like several different spots. And then again, ego, I didn't want to take any time off. So I went, got my x-ray. They said I had a broken spine and a broken knee. And I took 3 days off, and then I was back in the gym. So my back never healed correctly. I still don't know if it's messed up. My knee still hurts, right? Like, that's why I have to do all these certain things. Like, luckily I have like some friends who did gymnastics when I was younger that I used to do gymnastics with. They're kind of helping me like get my body back into like moving form.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing with ego lifting is you got to perfect the form. Like, if you're doing a dumbbell press, you got the weight above your head. If you just drop it, you could tear a rotator cuff. Like, you have to know what you're doing. Then you guys all see me. Like, I still ego lift at this point, but I do it with such like a technical form. Like, once you start lifting like 1 rep maxes all the time, it becomes like kind of an art, kind of like your style of doing it.
Yeah.
But if you can do it with good form and know that you're never gonna get hurt, yeah, you're gonna get sore. Yeah, you're gonna, ooh, that one didn't feel too good. Yeah, all the time. Like, I do that like all the time. Like, ooh, that one hurt my knee. That one hurt my hip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the more you do it, the better you get at it. Like the more you can do that form though, if you practice with perfect form, then when you go for a really heavy weight that maybe you can't do, maybe you have 90% perfect form, and that's
Yeah.
going to keep you away from a serious injury. Yeah, you may tweak something, have to take a day or two off, but you're never going to get seriously injured with
Yeah.
that. So that's kind of that kind of breaking my back kind of settled my ego lifting. But
and that story kind of like makes me it made me super nervous like getting into deadlifting, and that's why I snowballed so much because I knew I could pick up a lot of weight. As soon as I picked up 225 pounds for the first time, I was like, this is super light, right? But what like was in the back of my mind deadlifting at the beginning was the story and like the video of you like breaking your back. And
yeah, and I made sure to tell every single person that multiple times. When you got to the gym, I told you that every single day when you started deadlifting, because I knew like as soon as you think you're getting good, you want to push it. And especially like it took me a year to get down good deadlift form, like a year. And I'm still working on it to this day. I still tell myself, wow, like that was terrible, right? Like you guys know I've said that before. So I mean, you just got to be very conscious. Take videos all the time, even if it's not like your max. Just take videos all the time. Even have somebody else look at it and be like, get a new set of eyes on it. Just make sure you're doing things right. Because no matter how fast you want to train, if you end up like, obviously, like my broken spine was terrible, but like if I really mess something up there, like I could be done powerlifting the rest of my life. So I mean, it's definitely not worth it. Got to put the ego in check. But yeah.
yeah, it's and safety too. You just want to be safe. Like it comes down to safety. Like that, the his shoulder like did not look okay after. Like he was up here and he just dropped it like in a 90-degree angle, and like I saw his like shoulder like jerk back, and he was like rubbing it, and I was like, dude, come on, bro. Like, granted, like you can get the same workout. There's like assisted machines for that. There's like I get it, like dumbbells are fucking they make you juiced and get you a nice workout in. But granted, you can put that weight on, but you can. I know Jay, you're gonna hate this answer, but you got the Smith machine, you got the assisted machines that they have. Like, you don't need to do the dumbbell and like risk yourself getting hurt. Cause I did the same thing that kid was doing. I was like, all right, well, I can pick up a 40-pound dumbbell, right? And I did that, and I almost broke my arm and stuff like that. So it's just all about being careful, at the gym. Like you were there, but you also want to have good form and like.
No, never be afraid to ask for a spot. You
Yeah,
know,
that too. That was like
like
the big thing for me.
everybody's there to accomplish the same goals, right? And I mean, I know you guys are talking about like no to the Smith machine, but I definitely use it. Like, right? I definitely like my gym that I have in my apartment. Right? We don't have like the actual bench set up, right? So I'll either do dumbbells, right? But it's just easier to have that bar there for when I do go to the gym, right? And I have that with me, and I don't need to go with like somebody every time to just have a spot, right? So it's just easy for me to do it. But yeah, like if you're trying to hit like a big lift, right, and you don't know you're gonna be able to do it or not, just like go over, ask somebody, right? I'm sure they'll step away for like
Yeah,
2 seconds, give you a little spot. Like, don't be afraid to go and do that, or else, like what Jay said, you're gonna get fucking hurt.
I'm for that. Like I like doing that, and like I don't mind. But the thing is, I just kind of feel like it's awkward because like I get them
Oh
over
yeah,
there,
of
and
course it is.
not in the sense like asking somebody like everyone's been there at some point. Like everyone's needed to ask for a spot. Like they go by themselves, they need a spot, right? But the awkward thing for me is like me recording it. Like I record all my lifts. Every lift, like that is like a PR. Like anything I need a spot for, I'm recording it, right? So that's like the awkward thing, like them being in my video and shit like that. That's the only thing that gets to my mind. Like, will they be like, "Yo, why the fuck am I in your video?" or something like
Yeah,
that?
but like fuck it.
Yeah,
You know?
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you're doing it for yourself, not for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
I wanted to talk about the last point that we had before you switched over
okay,
with body shaming.
okay,
I'm just gonna say it right now. Obesity is unhealthy.
yes,
Let's
no,
be clear on
no, I
that.
agree with that. And
And I think right, like I'm great for if you love your body, you love yourself, correct? But in the sense, if you are obese, right, you are going to have health complications with that. If you have family, right, who knows, you might have a heart attack, you might have a stroke, right? Like, think about the other people.
Yeah.
I'm all for being happy and comfortable in your own skin, but think about the other people around you, right? If you have a kid, if you have a brother or sister, like, you want to be healthy to stay around them for as long as you can, right? So that's where it comes in with body shaming, right? It's like, I just don't understand why some people like are so quick to judge other people, like based on like what me and JT have dealt with our whole entire life with our height, right? And then it's like you see like a huge person, right? And everybody's like, "Oh, like go, like you're absolutely killing it." It's like, no, like you're literally telling them to continue this when they're unhealthy and it's not good for them at the end of the day. So that's where it crosses the line for me a little bit.
Yeah, so when it comes to I totally agree 100%. Like the health complications with like the US is the fattest country in the world. Like so many people are overweight. Um and it's a problem. Like
Which
we
is ironic with the tier list, but continue.
Yeah, it's a little bit ironic, um but it's become a problem, and it all comes down to time. Like I people can't afford time. It's not like I bet a lot more people would love to go to the gym and get fit, but they can't afford the time to. You know? Like time is everything, especially in today's society. Like time is money. Like you have to like people I'm going to use my family for example. Like my mom wants to go to the gym, but she can't. She works a 9 to 5 job, or probably more than that. She does overtime, right? She works a desk job. Like she's on her computer 24/7. Even when she's off the clock, she's preparing her meetings and stuff for the next day, right? Same with my dad. I bet they would love to go to the gym. I've offered like, "Yo, let's hit the gym. I got these free passes for you guys. Let's go to the gym. Let's go and do something," right? And they were like, "We can't. Like we're busy." And the thing is they don't have the time. And that's what it comes down to, and I feel like that's a thing that a lot of people they can't afford the time to. Like why you're
Actually, kind of
sacrificing
disagree.
I I think you can't afford the you make what like $15 an hour. You can't afford to go to the gym for an hour when you need that $15 at your job to like feed your family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
You can
true.
totally debate this, and this is just what I thought. I think time is the economy, and it's gonna be the economy of the future, and you can totally debate this, but that's what I think personally.
No, I think that was like well said by the both of you. I think definitely like obesity is unhealthy. Like the whole
Yeah.
normalizing full bodies thing is not okay.
Yeah.
Feel the same way with you, JT. Like what you said, like some people just don't have time. But I mean, when I first started getting into it, especially when like COVID was happening and there was no gym,
Yeah.
like you should find things. I was talking to my good friend the other day who wanted to get into like fitness, but didn't want to like go to the gym, right?
Yeah.
So like what I did when I was like younger is like okay, every single time like I walk into my room, do like 5 push-ups and 5 crunches.
Mhm.
Just do that, and then what you'll find out is every single day it'll become so easy. Like especially if you do that, like maybe you do 10 one day and then
Yeah.
15 the next day, and then like 20. Oh, I did like 40 today. That was a crazy day.
Yeah.
Like just builds up. Like and then
Yeah.
like pick up hobbies. Like it doesn't have to be like go to the gym and lift weights, right? It can be go like walk, go on a
Yeah.
hike, go canoeing, kayaking, go ride a bike, go shoot
Get outside and
basketball,
do
right?
something, you know?
Get outside, do something, and then again, like especially for like the obesity thing, like um, what I would say is like the big that's what like 10% of what you do happens in the gym to like show what your body looks like and what you can do. 10% happens in the gym. About 40% of it is sleeping and 50% of it is diet.
Yeah.
Like very little happens actually at the gym.
Yeah.
That's why every single person, like you see, like if you ever go on like a gym fitness page, that's like what everybody says, like what people think is difficult. And it's a picture of the weights, and it says what's really difficult. And it's a picture of fruit. Like if you can get down the diet part, and that takes very little time, right? Like even me working like a full-time job and then going to the gym and then having an hour or two every single night to myself after I get home and shower, like I have very little time. But every Sunday I go to Walmart, right? I get a bag of 10 pounds of chicken. I come home, cook it all up, and I got that throughout the week. Get that.
Meal prep.
Yeah, get meal prep, and just if you have nothing unhealthy or like very little things that are unhealthy in your house, especially if you have no time, you're not going to be eating unhealthy. Like
Absolutely.
if I wanted to go out and get like a Popeyes chicken sandwich, right? Like sometimes like I have that cheat meal, I go out, I get that. I know what your tier list is, by the way, now. And I go out and I get that, and then I come home and like I'm like, oh, I went out and I got a cheat meal, and now one, I cheated on my diet, and two, I have no time left of my day. I have to go to sleep.
Exactly.
So
And there's this big thing that I noticed where like I saw this somewhere. I'm not gonna shout anything out. I just saw this somewhere where like it was people complaining that it's wicked expensive to eat healthy, which a part of me agrees, but a part of me is just like, where the fuck do you shop? You know, if you're going to Whole Foods all the fucking time and buying everything fucking organic, of course, organic things are going to be more expensive. The processing is more expensive. It takes more labor and more time, right? Time equals money, and that takes more money to produce, right? So, but as you're saying, Jay, like I go to the store and I can pick up like 10 pounds of chicken for like probably like 75 cents a pound. It's super cheap, and especially like even though it's kind of sketchy, like there's stuff on clearance. Like I saw the steak cubes, like cut up steak. I literally the other night I made a steak and cheese sub on whole wheat, a whole wheat sub, steak and provolone cheese, and I literally just cooked up steak, and I have the rest of the steak upstairs. I probably should put it down here, but I have the steak upstairs, and it's super easy. It was for what fed me for 3 dinners, cost me I think $15. So $5 a meal for 3. That's pretty good.
When I went to school in Florida, I went there for 15 weeks. I was fresh out of high school and don't know how to cook, like almost at all, right? I knew how to make chicken, I knew how to make eggs. So I would go to my Walmart every single week, and this is my first time like out of high school, right? Like I had a kitchen there, and I was like trying to get into the gym hard, right? Like I had my time. I was going to a gym. It was 24 hours. I could go there. Very little people there. I could do my thing. But the one thing I needed to pick up on was the diet, right? Like I needed to eat right if I wanted to get stronger. So what I would do is I'd get like 20 pounds of chicken a week. I'd get like 54 eggs. I'd get like 10 apples, 10 bananas, 10 like oranges, and just there, right? Like, and then I get like a box of cereal or something for like when I just like didn't want to do anything. Other than that, like I get like some granola bars here and there. But I mean, if you do that, like that's very, very cheap. Eggs, very cheap.
Yes.
Like chicken, very cheap.
They're the
You don't
cheapest
get
source
the
of
highest
protein.
quality chicken. Yeah, it's some of the best food for you. I mean, obviously you don't want to be eating the same thing every day. You'll get boring. You'll stuff. You'll get tired out of that. But I mean, if you get that, get some salt and some pepper, like there's
That's
no
what different
real
seasonings are for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it does. What I've noticed, and my parents are, they like quarantine destroyed my family. Like both my parents gained a lot of weight during quarantine because we weren't doing anything. We were doing takeout. We were doing like heavy carbs, like not a lot of like healthy food, you know. But they went on keto, and the one thing that kind of sucks with keto is it's very repetitive, and like they had to find like their niche in their way of switching it up because they were only eating protein for like 2 weeks. Like at the beginning of their diet, they were only allowed to eat protein. They couldn't eat anything else. No sugar, no anything. So it was eggs It was eggs and eggs in the morning with turkey bacon and chicken for lunch and chicken for dinner. Or maybe they had like a steak, but that's all they could have is a single steak, you know? So it does get very repetitive, but that's the like fun and that's the fun in like switching up, like find something new, like trying new things with food, like seasonings, different ways of cooking, like broiling, baking, like different types of things you might like something new. And that's what they've
You know,
discovered, you know?
it's a big hack too. If you learn how to butcher a chicken, which I just did on my own, you literally get two breasts, two thighs, then you get two wings as well, bro. Like you go to Walmart and get that shit for $7, $8 compared to buying like two chicken breasts, two thighs, right? That would already run you like $15, $20, right? Like just like easy, like picking up like that, like just YouTube something like that, and you're saving so much money. You get so much more meals out of that as well.
Well, I'm eating. I'm hungry.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, no, I mean, for like diet, like the other thing like I would recommend is what I did like a lot when I was younger and like first getting into it is do like a fast, right? Like if you can, like it's just building the discipline, like building the mental strength to it. I mean,
Yeah.
if you can just go like even I don't even come close to eating perfectly, right? Like I have lots of cheat meals. Like when I'm bulking, like I'm bulking, right? Like I'm eating, but like I just try and make sure that I get like if you get like 80% like good food, like you're gonna look better than most people you see. And that other 20%, just keep it in check, right? And then just go on like a fat like some people just can't do that. Some people eat like 100% junk food, and it's like
Yeah.
just start,
It's
just
because it's
start, just
cheap.
10%,
Junk
just do
food
a
is
little bit
cheap.
healthier.
And
Yeah, and then
it's
just like just start now and don't. But I always made the mistake of doing is jumping into it too fast. Start with just a little something. Eat like an apple a day. If all you eat is like granola
yeah.
bars and cereal and
Yeah.
like chips, like just eat an apple,
Yeah.
and you'll be more full. You'll feel better. Do that. Start making something. Learn how to cook just a little
Yeah.
bit. You don't need to know how to cook beef Wellington, right?
Yeah,
We're not
like
going right
yeah,
out here.
exactly.
Just make an egg. Make an
Yeah.
egg.
You
Make a
fucking donut.
And
it's raw. But yeah, I mean, just get started, and then like what I would say is just go on a fast. Do it not even like a full day fast. Just like get
Judgement.
home, like eat
yeah.
your work, like eat your breakfast, eat your lunch, get home from work, and try and go like one night and just don't eat anything. Just drink lots of water. Just
Yeah.
drink water and don't eat anything. You're gonna wake up the next morning. You're gonna be hungry, but like you're probably gonna be hungry for some healthy food because if you have nothing in you and you go and eat it like even like a cheeseburger, right? Like you're just gonna feel heavy. And so when I do like when I did those fasts, like now going into like a competition prep, when I have to cut out like salt and water, like I have to load up basically what you have to do to water cut, you have to load up on salt for about 6 days out to 4 days out. You just eating like chicken with like visible mounds of salt on it. And just drinking as much water as you can, like 4 or 5 gallons a day,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you're 3 days out and you go, okay, now I'm just gonna have plain chicken breast, no seasoning, just fried, so there's no moisture in it at all. Just dry chicken. You're gonna eat that. You're gonna do like a gallon of water that day. The next day you're gonna do no food for an entire day, and you're gonna do about a half gallon of water. The next day you're fully fasted, no food, no water. So you're gonna go about 3 days and a day and a half without water, and then you're gonna have to wake up, weigh in, go to a powerlifting competition, and move as much weight as you possibly can. So I mean, just doing that, like it is a mental struggle. Sitting in a sauna for 6 hours with no food or no water for 2 days, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But
Sounds
I
like
mean,
hell.
Yeah.
you do it once, and the next time, just a little bit easier. Obviously, nobody like most people aren't doing this, right? But if you can go 4 hours where you normally get home, sit on the couch and eat popcorn and chips, and you can just cut that out once, cutting that out the next day is just going to be that much easier. Maybe eating like, maybe you get out of work every day and get like a dozen donuts from Dunkin'. Get like two, like just one day. Like you don't have to go cold turkey and be like, oh, I'm only like drinking tea, water, and eating chicken and eggs all day. But just like start small, and then just over time it'll slowly build up. Some days you're gonna go and eat a cheesecake, like out to dinner, yeah, obviously, but you don't need to cut that out. Like none of us here are world class like fitness influencers, just doing our best. So I mean, just
Absolutely.
becoming healthier every day is the goal.
I think that's advice to anything as well. You could take that advice and put it into any aspect of your life as well. You know, just start small and get to the point where you want to be. Doesn't have to be an overnight change.
Yeah.
To add to that mental like struggle and that mental block, and then I have one more topic. Then we can switch to the tier list if that's okay. So that mental struggle. So I was watching this video, probably about a year ago, of this guy who only like woke up every morning and took a cold shower, and how every day it got easier and easier. Obviously, the first day is the worst. Taking an ice cold shower in the winter is the worst feeling. I would like it. It sucks, right? And the video stuck with me because he eventually got used to it, and he then walked into the shower like it was a normal thing. It's all about that mental block, like getting into it, you know? And that's for anything. The mental block is there. Like, especially for fasting or being in the sauna for 6 hours. The mental block is there. So that video, like, inspired me to try it. And for the past, like, month, I only have taken cold showers. So either that or, like, I jump in my pool. But, like,
It wakes you up.
the shit wakes you up. It makes you feel refreshed after.
Hmm.
Because the hot water just makes you feel warm and like slow, and
Yep.
the cold, like the cold just felt like it tightened me up, and it like made me like wind up and like get ready. Like I take a cold shower, then I hit the gym and I'm like pumped up, you know what I mean? And that it stuck with me, and it feels good. I recommend anyone trying like do like a week of cold showers and watch your like look at your mood. I felt a lot better. Um, I felt like I was the kid that would wake up, like do 300 milligrams of caffeine, and go to the gym. But now, like what wakes me up now is that cold shower, and that it feels fucking amazing, and I recommend it to anyone. But to switch to the last topic, then we'll hit the tier list, which I guess everyone here knows what it is now. But yeah, it's laziness in the United States. Do you think the United States has a like, or the world in general, like the first world, like Western society, we have the Western society has a lot more obesity problems, and is that because of corporations? Is it because of laziness? Like why is it? Why do we? What are the factors into why we are the number one like overweight country in the world? I'm gonna hand it off to Paulie because I haven't heard from Paulie in a while. I'm just gonna get your opinion on it and see what could it be corporations, could it be laziness? Like, are we just lazy? Are we just lazy? Is that just the problem? Like, we rather just sit down and not like call somebody and deliver food from anywhere to our front doorstep? Like, what's the deal?
I think a big part of this is that a culture has started in America where people have just become too comfortable within themselves to where if they take any type of criticism, like they get hurt.
Yeah.
Like they don't take like anything that can be constructive, and like they just take it to heart, and then it just like shuts them down, and they just become even more lazy than what they already were.
Yeah.
Like when we were, I mean, soccer, this somewhat happens, but I mean, like, if you do something wrong, like, you're not gonna, like, just give up. Like, if somebody
Obviously.
tells you, like, something you need to do and, like, enforces that on you, like, we did it.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like that can, like, relate to the real world.
Yeah.
Like, all of, like, our friend group, like, we push each other to go to the gym.
Yes.
And, like, if we
Yeah.
see something lacking, and like tell you that, like, we're gonna work harder. Like, we don't like give up to the gym like, oh, we leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
We-
mean, yeah, like even today, like I had a class today,
Yeah.
and I got out at 4 o'clock, and the gym closed at 4 o'clock, and I still have JT texting me, calling me a pussy for not being at the
Yeah.
gym. So
Yeah.
obviously that's a joke, but I mean, like, like especially like in soccer, right? Like Paulie, like me and you, JT, like me and Josh especially, like I would yell at Josh in soccer, and
Yeah.
Josh would yell at me,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, we became better, right?
Yeah.
Like over the course of the year, we became better.
Absolutely.
Do you hate the person? No, you're just trying to be better. And we were close enough where we could yell at each other and then get off the soccer field, and he would come to a party at my house 2 hours later, right? So I mean, I think you just got to kind of like get that group of people that pushes you in a like a supportive way, right?
I got a question after you finish.
Yeah, that's basically all I was going for.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna add something real
Okay.
quick. There's a good quote that a lot of people have told me, a lot of successful people will say to you, and it's you are the reflection of the closest 5 people around you. So if you surround yourself with 5 people that are unmotivated, don't want to do shit, you're going to be more like them, whether you
Yeah.
like it or not. You surround yourself with people that are motivated and want to be successful, you're going to flow off of what the energy they're giving off, and it's going to make you better as a person. And I think that most of our laziness comes down to this culture that has slithered into the United States, where it's like, everybody gets a participation trophy,
That is
right?
true. No.
Yep.
Nobody wants to work for anything anymore. Everything is,
Handed. It's handed to you.
why me? Like, why am I not like this person? And I think social media has a big effect on that, right? You got to just have the wherewithal to just shut that shit off and really look at yourself and say, you know what do I want? In me, not looking at what, this person that has 100,000 followers on Instagram saying to do. Like, you gotta think, what do I want, and then go after it. Because if not, then you're just gonna be like going after unrealistic expectations most of the time.
I have something big on that too. Sorry
No,
to
it's totally fine. I'll hold it.
one big thing about that social media thing, and I remember this clearly. I see it like on TikTok all the time too. I mean, you guys know Gymshark, obviously, like the
Yeah.
huge like
Oh,
gym wear
yes.
brand.
Yes.
Where like at the beginning they used to post like all of their clothes and like all of these like bodybuilders and like people who were just like totally toned and fit, and now all of their models are like plus size models, and like not to be like rude about that kind of
Yeah.
thing, but like the entire culture has changed from a gym wear brand where you had people who were like actual like sponsored athletes to like rep their stuff, and they were like power lifters, like huge, like I don't even like know, but just influencers on the gym society, and it just completely switched
Yeah.
after all
And
this.
you see that everywhere now. You see it everywhere. Like Victoria's Secret, Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. Like people were just getting offended. I think it's not what I. Nobody cares what I feel. People care what I think and what I know. And what I think and I know is that people got offended at. I can understand it too. People got offended about these images of these A+1 models that have worked their whole lives about their body and their image, right? And you're sitting at home shoving ice cream down your throat, Like I totally understand it. I totally get it. And granted, that's not every single person, but that is the brand. Victoria's Secret and Sports Illustrated, that's their brand, and they obviously can choose whatever they put out, and they're putting out more plus size models and stuff like that, which I don't really care. I think it does promote. It just gives in to the fact of unhealthy bodies, But um, I just
Yeah, I
think
know.
I just think that it just all is it's kind of going down a road to become it's just like appeasing. We're appeasing the people that should be doing something about themselves, not yelling at everybody else for their problems. You know what I mean? Like I'm not the person or like those people aren't the people that are putting stuff into their bodies or stuff like that, Like you only can control what you do. And the 5 people, as you said, around you also are meant there to push you and help you. You know, like the 5 closest people I know, they're all pushing me to become better people, or a better person, and like be a better me, and that's what more people should have. You know,
You know, sometimes that criticism hurts too, but
it does.
you gotta
It fucking
take it on the
hurts,
chin.
especially
You gotta
taken
take it
from
on the chin.
yeah, especially from your closest
Yep.
people. But there's a reason why the closest people are telling you these things, right? Like, it fucking hurts when Josh comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, like, you shouldn't be fucking lifting that. Like, you shouldn't. Like, you look stupid lifting that. We both know you shouldn't have gone for it again." Oh, that's today. I went for 405 again after that, and Josh comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, you shouldn't have fucking done that." Right? So, I was like, "You're totally right. I shouldn't. I should have just dropped," and I went. And I tried dropping, and I was so tired from trying to lift it, I couldn't fucking do it again. So I should have listened to him the first time, right? But yeah, it just all comes. It's like it. We need like the people need like that good 5 people. Like you need it, like to be successful. You need that good 5 people to reflect on you, and you bounce ideas, and you like it's all about building connections. Cause when you're out in the workforce, like you need connections. 90% of like being successful is like knowing a person of a person, you know, like knowing connections, knowing how to get this, no matter what it is, whether it's powerlifting, like anything, like me in cybersecurity, I know people that can get me jobs now. Like once I get my associates, I can get a job immediately. Like knowing connections and stuff. More people need to connect and have positive connections. You know.
Another thing is to not be afraid to ask. A lot of
Oh
people
yeah.
in this society are afraid to ask, just thinking that, it's gonna say you're just gonna get back with a no. But right, like in tons of jobs, especially sales, right? You have to learn with getting told no, right? So once you get comfortable with just like knowing that, maybe a yes will come. Like when I started first applying to jobs, I wasn't going for going on like job sites and applying to stuff. I was emailing executives saying like, "Hey, like I'm a recent graduate, blah blah blah, my whole entire spiel." And I was like saying, fuck it, right? Who else is emailing these executives, right?
Yeah.
The worst I can get is a no, and the best thing I can get is a yes. So why would I limit myself to that? And I think a lot of people have a lot of trouble with just stepping out there, because they're just going to get told no, and that's what they think. But the worst that can happen is a no, and
Alright.
that's not too bad. You're not going to die from it.
And I feel like unless Polly or Jay has something to add, I feel like that's a
I
good
just
way
had
to
a
end.
closing remark there.
Okay, close it. Close us out.
About the whole Gymshark like going plus size models and things.
Mhm.
I'm not 100% on the details on this, but I know that in I believe it's England now, if you're going to publish a magazine, no matter what kind of magazine, if the front cover or any ad in the magazine has a person below and it has like a male and a female number below a certain waistline, you have to pay a fine on it. So
Really.
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
That's
You
see.
can look that up. I don't know the exact details, but I know that
We'll
was
bring it up next week, and
yeah,
we'll do some research into some of these things, and
yeah.
we'll bring it
And
back and stuff like that.
yeah, and other than that, I think like that's why fitness is kind of so, um, kind of like people think it's so judgy and all that
Yeah.
stuff because fitness is the only single thing that you can't be born with,
Yeah.
but you can't have given to you.
Yeah.
Like if you slack off, it's nobody's fault but your own. And if you are the best in the world, or if you look great, like it's nobody's but your own. Like you
Yeah.
can't buy it, you can't get it gifted to you, you can't be born with it, right? So I mean that's why I think I love it. I mean I think that's why I think I want to help people who want to be better at it. So
I like that. That was a good way to end it. So boys, we're switching over to one of the best parts of this podcast, our random fucking tier list. All right. So this week we got an absolute treat, boys. Absolute treat today. We have the we have the chicken sandwich tier list. So
Let's go, baby.
So I've probably been to at least half these. I've had at least half these on here. So if you have, like, we're gonna just have to trust your opinion. If you've had something like I've never had cracker checker rallies, whatever the fuck this is.
Cracker.
Dude, I got dyslexia, right? I'm kind of stupid, but yeah. So this is what we got. I'm gonna hold on, let me full screen this so it's better. But so has anyone had? Does anyone actually go to fucking Arby's? Like, is that an actual thing?
I'm,
Like,
I'm told they have the meats, bro, but I've never fucking been.
yeah. So
I've been once, I think.
And should we just put them in D? Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, like if we haven't tried it.
just put it in D. Because
Yeah.
the thing is, it would be known that they have a good sandwich, and we would have tried it. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like,
For
KFC
sure,
isn't
yeah.
on here yet. KFC isn't on here. So the KFC sandwich is actually very good. So I'm gonna put the shit in D, and shit like that. So we got D here. Now we're on to BK. To be honest, like, didn't they have like the deal for like the two for $1 or something like that? I don't know. Or like,
I think
it was
I've
on
had
the
a-
dollar menu. It's on the dollar menu.
I think I've had a chicken sandwich from Burger King once,
Yeah.
and it really wasn't anything to write home about. I mean, I don't feel like anything from Burger King is like top tier. I mean, I'd say like their chicken fries decent just
Yeah.
because of the shape, but there's nothing like, I don't know about you guys, but I haven't like woken up in the past like 10 years of my life and been like, yo, I really feel like going to Burger King today.
I'm definitely thinking it's a C tier.
Agreed.
I used to be huge into Burger King, like very big, because it's like close to my house. So I literally just drive down the road. But then, do you know what also is by my house? Fucking McDonald's. And I feel like McDonald's beats Burger King, like,
The McChicken.
yeah, 8
Easily.
out of 10 times. You know,
Yeah.
like granted,
I don't
Burger
think I've
King-
ever had a chicken sandwich from Burger King,
I
to be
have.
honest.
I've had a few, and it's, to be honest, it's
You
not
rate it then?
terrible. Like, it's not like fucking disgusting. Like, I don't go out of my way to fucking get it though. Like, it's definitely like a high C. It's definitely, you can't disrespect the chicken
Yeah,
sandwich.
I mean,
Put it in D.
you can't really fuck up a chicken sandwich.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, it's literally chicken, so like,
Yeah.
obviously it's frozen. So I'm thinking C. What do we think about that?
That's fair.
Fair. Okay. So now we're on. I don't know who this. Never heard of this.
It's in Florida. There's one right near
So-
me.
What do you think, Max?
I've never had it.
Never had it.
No.
Alright, so just gonna put it in D. I bet like some of these are pretty good. What's that place that's in Atlanta, Max? Because I had a chicken sandwich from there. It like started in Atlanta, and I was down in Florida.
Zaxby's.
Zaxby's chicken sandwich was actually fucking killer, but they're
It
not
was
on
good.
this. They're not on
It
this.
was good.
Now, dude, if we don't put this in S tier, I kind of feel like
It is an S tier sandwich.
Like, I don't like. You also can get multiple. Like, there's spicy deluxe, killer.
Wait, is this Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
So I'll give you an S tier. The only thing that I have to, for me personally, it would be an A. The only problem for that is just the breading on it. Like, I feel like sometimes I'll get like a really, really crispy one, and then another time it'll be like just
yeah.
like a little
It's
soggy. It
inconsistency.
won't have that crunch. Yeah, like their chicken is always cooked very well. Like, I've never had a dry piece of chicken, I think, from Chick-fil-A. The only thing is that breading on the outside, hit or miss sometimes. That's the only thing I can say to it.
I mean, realistically, for me personally, I like a good Chick-fil-A sandwich, but I mean, to be honest, I don't see you putting anything in the same tier as Popeyes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm with that.
To be honest.
So
Yeah.
we're thinking Chick-fil-A high A then.
Yeah, high note.
Yes,
Definitely
Yeah.
high note.
yes. Also with Chick-fil-A, I don't think they season it very well. Tell me how many times that you've gotten a Chick-fil-A sandwich, bro, and
Yeah.
you gotta put some Chick-fil-A sauce on it to call that shit like
Their,
elite.
their
Like I
sauce
don't
is
think the
killer though.
seasoning
Like the
is
thing
there
is,
for
like you
them.
would have to, like I can't just eat a regular chicken sandwich without any type of sauce from Chick-fil-A. Like that's the thing. Like either I
Yeah,
have to get the
agreed.
Polynesian, I need to get the zesty buffalo, I need to get the freaking ranch, right?
Agreed.
So, yeah, I
It's
think
good.
I respect the A put. So, I do think Popeyes is better. Their chicken sandwich is better. The reason why, um, I don't get to eat Popeyes as much because the closest Popeyes is in downtown Nashville, right?
It's like exit
Yeah.
4, yeah,
Yeah.
exit 5.
Yeah, there's one by no, there's not. I think it's like by like the BJ's.
By
Like,
the red
Yeah,
area.
it's by that. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's down by like Pheasant Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's near me.
Okay. So what is this? Do you guys know? Do you guys know what this is? This,
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
what is
Culver's is another down south chain.
it? Okay.
I've had
Yeah.
their burgers. Their burgers are actually pretty decent. I wouldn't say they're on the tier of Five Guys, but they're good. I've never had a chicken sandwich from there though.
We could just do. We should just switch it to like overall because we literally judge Chick-fil-A as a whole. You know, like
Nah.
no,
Well, I mean, yeah, you
we've
can
never
judge Chick-fil-A as a whole because they're all chicken. Like they
yeah
don't serve anything else
exactly.
really.
But like we did Burger King. We've never been here. Like Arby's, I would put D anyway.
Yeah.
Like I'd
I
go
mean, I
to
would just put
Arby's,
Culver's. I would just put Culver's in D because like nobody's tried the sandwich.
it's not like if it's on here, but it's not like world renowned to the point like we should have tried it. Like nobody there was no trend to go try the Culver's chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
There was no
Yeah,
there was a trend
exactly.
for the Popeyes chicken sandwich. There was a
Uh
trend
huh.
for the KFC chicken sandwich. Like
Yeah.
Dairy Queen,
Agree.
Dairy Queen. I've had it. Gonna put it
Dairy
like
Yeah,
Queen.
good.
Dairy Queen's kind of mid.
yeah, I would definitely put it at B. Like it's nothing. It's the same. It's kind of like the same thing. Like I kind of need
I'd
to get
go
the sauce.
C.
C, like
I'd go
high C
C.
before BK.
Yeah, I'd be before
Yeah.
Burger King.
We agreeing with that?
Yeah.
Okay, BK. Oh, gotta switch it. There we go.
I don't think Five Guys has a fucking chicken sandwich.
actually
Yeah,
have
I
had
don't.
it.
Yeah,
Never
I'm
did.
gonna be honest. Like, I don't even know if Five Guys had a chicken sandwich. And also, if you go to Five Guys and do get a chicken sandwich, I kind of just don't like you.
That's exactly.
I got it with the burger. Like I got the chicken
I'm
sandwich with the burger and a
completely
shake.
fine with you.
Like
All right,
it's
so
not.
tell us how it
All
was.
right, so to be honest, wasn't terrible. Okay, it's kind of like it has like the shape of like a McChicken, and granted, I did put like mayo and shit on it. Um, didn't really mind it. It was okay. I think it's definitely like a low B, cause it's like
I would assume, yeah.
it's like Five Guys quality, like the restaurant quality is definitely like a low B. So
Uh huh.
it wasn't terrible.
I'll give it
It's
to you.
not terrible. It's
I'll give it
also
to you.
not like fucking amazing either. Like if you
Mhm.
were like the only place around was a Five Guys and you didn't want to eat a burger because you had like already had a burger today, like get the chicken sandwich and you won't be disappointed, but you also won't be impressed. So
Yeah, I'm all set with a B. I just don't want to go to Five Guys with
yeah,
you ever
yeah.
again.
Like if you went to Five Guys, you're getting a fucking burger, dude. Like you're a beta if you get anything else. That's where I went today. I'm not getting a chicken sandwich. Got a fucking burger, dude.
Know what I think it is?
Carl Jr. and Hardee's.
Never had it.
Never had it.
Never had it.
That's a B. It's a low B for
Low
me.
B.
Okay.
I
bet.
had it. I mean, then again, I wasn't the best to judge when I had it.
Oh, because you were very high.
No.
Oh, okay.
So no, I mean it was alright, but I mean yeah. Then again, like it was good. Like it's just very unhealthy, greasy, like all that kind of shit, right? Like very like bun, very like greasy. But I mean it was good. I mean, could I
Would you-
eat 2 agree without puking? Probably not.
What would you rate it out like a 10?
I mean, that's the thing. It's like it was solid, right? Like I think it's like one of the better things because like I had it like a couple times like when I was in like visiting my sister and stuff in North Carolina. But I mean, like it's a good, but like it's like one of the better like items on their menu. I think personally, but then again, like I don't see it being better than Chick-fil-A or even close. So I've never had and then again I think it's a step above Burger King. I've never had Dairy Queen, but I would assume like it would be around there. I mean, I guess you could argue like high C, but I mean I think it would be B.
Let's just put it in B
Yeah.
because I trust your opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Jack in the Box, never been.
Never
No.
had it.
Never had it.
Alright, cool.
That's a shame because I heard that one's good too.
Huh.
Mickey D's, definitely might be high B. That's where I'm putting it.
High
Better,
B.
better than Five
McChicken's
Guys.
always classic.
Yeah, McChicken's very, very like.
Oh yeah.
And you don't want a burger? It's like what? It's like a restaurant. Like I go to McDonald's, I'm getting a burger, right? Like that's a fast food. I want a
Oh,
burger.
I'm always getting a McChicken.
See,
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
it's
I've
different
never,
here.
I've never had it, but I've been in a car with people who have waited 45 minutes to get 20 McChickens before. So,
Oh, yeah.
I'll
So-
give it to you.
McChickens
I'll
are
give it to you.
fire.
We do an A then. We could low A.
I gotta say, McDonald's has came out with a crispy chicken sandwich that's not like the McChicken, and I tried it. I wasn't very big on it, and I definitely just get the McChicken next time.
Yeah.
But I would still say B for McDonald's for sure.
B, high B. We agree
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah,
High B.
just nothing can beat it. Drunk McChicken just goes different.
Yeah.
Just us, just us,
Yeah.
just us. All right, we can just go to the next one.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
us. It's just us. We can go to the next
yeah,
one.
Yeah. Yeah. Easy.
Their spicy chicken sandwich. I had that. Fucking. I get it there. I get that every time now.
Oh
I
yeah.
get a meal when I go to Popeyes.
The crunch is just orgasmic.
So my plan, anytime I go to get Popeyes, it's by BJ's, right? And I'm a BJ's wholesale club member. So
Yeah, you
I
know
go
you love
there.
beef.
I go there like once a month. I go to Popeyes probably like once a month, cause I need to go and get shit for like my food, cause I can't just eat fast food every day. So I go and I meal prep and I get a bunch of chicken and a bunch of shit wholesale, so it can last me a month. And I get Popeyes and I get like the chicken strips mild, then I also get a chicken sandwich.
One spicy, one original. That's
But the
my
one
order.
thing that I fucking hate is everybody there wants to fucking commit suicide. Everyone hates it.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
I've
hate
never
their
been
polish.
to a Popeyes where they either didn't mess up my order or they didn't give me attitude for no reason.
Oh yeah.
Like
People
I
at
asked,
Popeyes just hate life, bro.
I went there and I was like, hey, can I just get an extra ranch? And this bitch was like, oh my god, like gave me fucking eye roll. She gave me eye roll for asking for a ranch dressing, dude. I was just fucking pissed.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Like-
awesome.
Like, I was like, dude, it was just a ranch, dude. Alright, let's go to Raising Cane.
I've never had it, but I've heard it's very good.
I'm just gonna
I've
put it
also
bottom
heard it's
C.
very good.
Bottom C. Are we just putting everything we haven't had at D?
Yeah, I guess so.
Just put
Can't.
it at D.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't.
Judge, just put it
Can't
at D.
give it a good
I feel
rating.
bad because this isn't like a complete list because we live in fucking New Hampshire. Like we.
Can you
Yeah.
add another tier?
No.
Oh, that's awesome.
Shake Shack. I have had Shake Shack. I have had a chicken sandwich at Shake Shack before.
I have to.
It was good. It was good. Not as
It
good
was
as their
good.
burgers, but
Through that.
definitely decent. I would definitely argue an A, to be honest. I got my lettuce, tomatoes, onions, mayo.
I would
Fucking
I
good.
would say it's better than McDonald's. I just don't know if I'd put it up
an A.
with Chick-fil-A.
But it's not with
I'd-
Chick-fil-A. It's next to Chick-fil-A.
True. I would if there was like
Chick-fil-A's
ratings
obviously
to it.
better.
Chick-fil-A high A, Shake Shack probably like A minus.
Okay. Sonic. Never been to a Sonic.
Same.
I've been to a Sonic, but I've never gotten a chicken sandwich.
That
Yeah, I'm the same way. I would almost argue that it's not D though, and that it is C just because they run skates.
Can you repeat what you just said? You just cut out.
None of us have had their chicken sandwich. I know we're putting everything that we've never had at D, but I mean they do ride around on roller skates, so I think they're like almost A.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll put it
Yeah.
back C because they're on roller skates.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wendy's.
Thanks.
Wendy's. I think
Gas.
personally, it's very fucking good. I think it's definitely better than McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
Definitely
sure.
better than.
I'd put-
I might actually be better than Shake Shack. I might put Shake Shack back at B, then put Wendy's at A.
I would not put Wendy's at A, but I'd put Wendy's at a high B for sure.
Before McDonald's. I think it's better than McDonald's.
Before McDonald's, yeah.
Okay, Paulie, we agreeing with that?
Yeah, that's calm.
Okay.
Whataburger, need Roman Bertervik for that
Yeah,
one.
should we call him? Should we get a hold on? I bet he'll answer.
Call him up.
Yeah, I'll call him real quick. Give me a sec.
He's not gonna answer you.
Oh yeah, can you call him? Can you call him? Max, call him real quick.
My phone's dead.
All right, I'll call him. Actually, Jay, you fucking call him, cause he'll pick you up for no reason. Call him right now, and let's see what he says. But Whataburger, I'm gonna predict what Ronan's gonna put it.
The man has spoken. The man has spoken.
He's smoking. Can I call him?
Yeah, you can call him.
All right.
He said C, but then I told him to compare it to Burger King, and he said it's definitely
I'm gonna
better.
get him on the call for his actual.
No Chick-fil-A or Popeyes. So I said, okay, that's probably B.
All right, let's get Ronan.
Okay,
Bertervik,
definitely a B.
here. He's got to answer though. I think he might block me on Snap because I'm
Definitely, if he doesn't answer you, I'm gonna shit my pants.
Oh my god.
Shit, dude.
There's no
He's
way.
not gonna pick up. He's not gonna fucking pick up, dude. Oh, he picked up. All right, sick. Yo, Ronan. All right. We are currently mid podcast right now, so we are at the last. Can I ask you if you've had any of these chicken sandwiches?
I just answered this question.
No, but there's more. I know you said you said you would put it.
Just asked me this question.
No, but there's more. Have you ever had Arby's chicken sandwich?
No, but Brady probably has.
Yo, is Brady up? Yo, can you wake him up for us?
He's here, Brady.
Yo, Brady.
We got a question for you.
Yo, get over here. We need your help.
It's comedy.
You don't really have to get over here. You just have to answer the question. You want?
So Brady, have you ever had the Arby's chicken sandwich?
No.
No, you haven't? Fuck. Have you guys ever had the Checker Rallies? The Checker Rallies chicken sandwich?
Brady's answer to everything is no, and is that just Checkers?
Yeah, Checkers, yeah.
Like from South?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have pretty damn good chicken.
Okay, what would you rate it? Would you put it A, B, C, or well, it's already in D, but A, B, or C?
So, are you doing the same list as Jay or no?
Yes, the same list as Jay, because we're in the same call right now.
Okay, then.
He just called you because we didn't think you would actually pick up my call.
Is A the highest?
S is the highest.
Okay,
That's
A,
Popeyes.
it's an
It's an A. Is it better than Chick-fil-A or better or
A.
worse
It's
than?
very similar. It's close.
All right. Is it better than Shake Shack? Have you ever had Shake Shacks?
No, I haven't.
All right. So we're gonna put it in between. We're gonna put it in between there. And you said Whataburger was like C tier, right?
Yeah, but it's what Jay said. It was better than Burger King, so he put it in B.
Okay. I'll just put it low B then. So what is this one again? The blue one? It's like
Culver's.
Culver's. Have you ever had Culver's?
No.
Okay. Jack in the Box.
It's cheap.
It's
that's
cheap?
The main thing.
That's cheap.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're probably gonna keep it D. What about Raising Cane's?
With the sauce, it's pretty good.
With the sauce, would you put it A, B, C. What would you think?
Uh,
Is it better than Dairy Queen? Is it better than Wendy's, or is it better than Chick-fil-A?
it's better than Wendy's. It's probably just under Chick-fil-A.
Okay, so we're just gonna put it here.
It's so healthy. They like soak the bread in butter.
Oh, yikes. Okay,
I've only had it once.
all right. White Castle. You ever been to White Castle for the chicken sandwich?
No.
No. All right.
I
Well,
don't know why I never went.
that's our list. So
Amazing stuff.
yeah, our list is pretty fire, to be honest. Other than these four, like, I don't think anyone has had any of these from
No.
New Hampshire, at least. You know.
I mean, yeah.
But Ronan, thank you for helping us out here, because you actually kind of helped the list a lot. So I'll see you on the flip side, man.
Yep.
All right.
Peaky Blinders.
Have fun watching Peaky Blinders, dude. Have a good one. Peace.
Oh, that's awesome.
Go to Joe.
What an alpha. We need to get him on the cast in a few weeks. Talk about his life and shit. But what do we think, boys? Is that a pretty good list?
I think
I
that's
like
the
it.
one.
I
Pretty
think that's
darn
the
good.
list, man.
Yep.
Jay, I really apologize, because this has been an hour and a half cast, but
Yeah,
I've
it's
had
alright.
I've had an absolute blast with you boys. Thanks for
it was a good
stopping
one.
in.
Been a pleasure.
Let's go to closing remarks here. So, very good cast. Stuff like that. I appreciate you guys coming in. I am gonna put this in this new. I'm gonna put after I edit it and I'm gonna put it into this new, like, 1,000-person chat and see what we think, and just put it out there. You know, like, the worst somebody says is, "Wow, you guys are all fucking gay." Like, that's the worst they could say, right? But we're trying something. We're grinding. It's all about consistency. We're trying at least once a week. If we can record another episode, we'll put another episode out if we have the time. We all are very busy. We all work a ton. So us getting an hour and a half in like this is very, very fortunate. And I especially thank Jay. I thank you, Pauline. Thank you so much, Max, special guest coming on here. Thank you guys for your busy schedule, coming out, talking. And yeah, I guess we'll see you guys in the next one then.
Sounds
Peace,
good.
guys. Peace.
Been a pleasure. Peace out.
Later.